Welcome guys to episode 2 of Bubbles from the Bridge, your weekly dive report. I'd like to thank all our viewers from the first week for watching, and especially for those that left valuable feedback and comments on both our YouTube and our Facebook areas. Behind me here at Swansea Heads, you can see that's a little bit grayer and a little bit windier than last week. However, I think you'll see once we get into our full condition report that the conditions are actually still fairly good for diving, if a little bit grey. What we'll do now is we'll have a look at what the seas are doing, and then we'll shoot back to Swansea Bridge and we'll give you the full update back there. As you can see, there's a little bit of wind-driven wave action here, a little bit of whitewash, but in terms of swell, there's very little at all. Anyone looking at doing any boat dives today should find it calm enough, and over the weekend the conditions should be even better. Well guys, here's your update for Saturday the 29th and Sunday the 30th of October. As you saw from Swansea Heads, there's a little bit of wave action out on the ocean, but not too much, and today was actually meant to be one of the worst days of the coming few. Over the weekend, most reports I've read said around about 2 to 3 feet of swell, so it should be good for diving anywhere except the most exposed sites along this area of the coast. The tides this weekend stopped in Swansea Channel and around Swansea Bridge at 1:45 on Saturday and at 2:30 on Sunday. Now divers should be aware that there's quite large tides. We have a 1.94 metre tide on Saturday and a 1.88 metre tide on Sunday. So currents will be a little bit stronger and slack times will be reduced. So people that are unfamiliar with the bridge may find that it's not the best weekend to do their first dive in there. The 1.94 metre tide especially is going to be quite strong and a little bit disconcerting for divers that may not have experienced the local conditions here before. Now what the big tides will do is bring in some quite clear visibility, and over behind me here it actually looks quite clear. I'd suggest we'd get 7 to 8 metres visibility this weekend, so we should all be pretty happy with that. Last weekend it was a little bit down at around about 4 to 5 metres. The temperature is still sitting at around about 19 degrees, so that's fairly comfortable, and the wind this weekend should be from the north-northwest until Sunday afternoon, where it should swing around to the south, but it shouldn't affect us too much. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a little bit grey, maybe a little bit drizzly this weekend, but hopefully that'll only be in patches and it shouldn't really affect what we're doing under the water. Okay, now for club dives at Aqua Zero this weekend, we have Saturday morning a drift dive here in Swansea Channel. So this is a suggested dive for advanced divers and beyond. We're in the water at around about 10 o'clock, so I'd suggest getting down to the dive shop by 9:30 on Saturday morning. Our second dive on Saturday will be at Swansea Bridge. As I said, the tide here is at 1:45 in the water. You don't want to miss it, especially with these big tides, so I'd be at the shop at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon at the very latest. On Sunday morning we've suggested Terrigal Haven as a good spot for a first dive. We want to be in the water down there around about 10:30, which means it is about an hour's drive, so you'd want to be at Swansea at around about 9 o'clock to wander into the dive shop, grab any gear that you may need, or to pick up a buddy and try and carve one to get the Terrigal. Now, if you are interested in that one, please give me a call at the shop and we'll try and work out what sort of carpal arrangements we'll come up with there. The second dive on Sunday will be Swansea Bridge at 2:30 in the water. So once again, we want to meet at the shop at around about 1:45, and I know of a few people have put their name down for that one on Sunday afternoon. Okay, so that's our social dives for this weekend. If you have any inquiries, just give me a call here at the shop. Now, lastly, a couple of quick announcements about some local marine-based activities. On Saturday, there is an event called the Drive to Clean Up Stockton Beach that some of you may be interested in. The organisers of this event are hoping to clean up somewhere between 10 to 15 tonnes of rubbish that has accumulated on the Stockton Beach over the last few months. Some of this has come from the ocean itself, washed up. Other stuff has come from just from the wind, campers, and also forward drivers. Okay, so this event is a bit of a clean-up. The idea is to meet at the Full Drive Beach Access at Gan Road at Anna Bay at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. Now, the organisers do have a four-wheel drive bus So if you don't have a four-wheel drive and are still interested, you can turn up there and they'll take you along the beach to where the cleanup is to be conducted. Okay, obviously organisers suggest things like gloves as being a good idea, sunscreen, the hat, and probably a drink bottle as well is a good idea. Okay, so that's at the four-wheel drive beach access at the Gangan Road at Inner Bay on Sunday the 30th of October. Last event I want to mention is one that I'm involved in myself. I'm a member of a group called the Swansea Sustainable Neighbourhood Group, and on Sunday, November the 6th, we are organising an event called the Mangrove Meander, which we'll be holding over at Blackned's, over at Blacksmith's Breakwall here on Swansea Channel. And what the Mangrove Meander will be is a bit of a walk through the mangroves there, taking the group and explaining to them some of the ways that ecosystem works in the local area, some of the important functions that it plays, and trying to find some of the interesting marine/intertidal life that inhabits those areas. So I'll be leading that walk myself, and there will be a member of a group called Oki, which is a very well-known environmental group in New South Wales, Gina, who will also be bringing up a few topics and pointing out a few interesting things on that one. So if you are keen to get involved in that one, November the 6th, which is a Sunday, we're going to meet at the RSL car park around about 10:30 on that Sunday morning, and I'd say we'd be finished up around about 12:30. Once again, bring a drink bottle, sunscreen, hat, and anything else you think you'll need for 45 minutes out in the sun. Okay, so that's Bubbles from the Bridge on for this weekend, the 29th and 30th. I hope you can find somewhere out there to get in. If you've got any other inquiries, let me know. If you think there's anything that should be included in these videos, please let me know and we'll see if we can accommodate those. So, last thing to do is go get wet and blow some bubbles.